Hi everyone, welcome to Zen Studios. Today we're going to be unboxing and meeting the parts for our new full kit box model kit. We are going to be doing the 2024 reissue of the Enterprise D from round 2. Alright, we recently finished the AMT Vintage Model Kit, the first contact edition of the Enterprise E. If you haven't seen the showcase of that build, I'll go ahead and put a link to it right up here. So you can go ahead and you can watch the full showcase of the completion of that build. I'm really excited to do this reissue. This is another one of those model kits that I did as a kid, and this is the updated edition. So let's go ahead and get down to the main workbench, and we'll meet the parts. Before I get into meeting the parts for this build, I have to give a shout out to our friends over at Cult TV Man. This is where I got this model kit from. If you need any sort of sci-fi, monster, or any other kind of model kit that has a pop culture significance to it, Cult TV Man is where you need to go. Go ahead and visit their website. I will make sure there's a link in the video description that you can go over and see everything that Steve has to offer. Alright, and here's the kit. Absolute beautiful artwork on this. This is the AMT. If I move this over, this is the AMT. If you don't know, round 2 now has licensing from AMT, Polar Lights, and a number of different brands, MPC as well. They're all under the same banner, which is round 2. As you can see, this is from the TV series Star Trek The Next Generation. Give you a lovely shot of the box art. Almost all of the Star Trek packaging is in this box art these days with these reissues, including the Fan Home Star Trek Starships collection. They have this bar on the bottom that lets you know what kit it is and what scale it is from Star Trek The Next Generation. It contains one plastic kit and it's injected in translucent plastic for lighting. That's going to be really fun to make this model a whole lot easier to build and to light. Alright, to give you a tour of the box, the side panel has another view. Here we have a massive decal sheet. This is a huge decal sheet. Other than the 1350 refit, this is the largest decal sheet I've seen on one of these model kits. It includes all your lifeboats, which is going to be really cool. We're not going to have to paint those individually, which on previous versions of this kit you had to do. You had to paint them yourself or get aftermarket decals for that. As you can see, it comes with the dome base with the support rod that is hollow, so we're going to be able to run wires up through it. There's the other flap. And on this side, they give you some information about the Aztec decals. I'm not going to be using the Aztec decals from round 2 for this. I'm getting them from another source, and I'll explain that as we go through and we meet the parts. There's the other side of the box. Alright, and here's the inside of the box. I've already opened this up a little bit to take a look at it, but we're going to go through it together. We have our bottom saucer section, and if you're looking for a size comparison, it's about 13 inches across, all told. It's a really good size model. I remember building this when I was a kid, and I couldn't fit my hand around the secondary hole back at that time. And it's still a really big kit. And here's the upper saucer. And if you can see, it's hard to show you. Let me see if I can get my phone out. It has this translucent plastic, and the light just goes right through it. So when we're going to be doing all of these windows, and the Enterprise D definitely has a lot of windows on it, it's going to be a lot easier because we're going to be able to paint the outside, and then we just scratch off which windows we want light to go through. So I'm really, really excited about that. Put these to one side. In here we have our dome base with that support rod. All of the parts for the secondary hull are in here, as well as the Cobra neck. We have our clear sprue tree, which has all of the nacelle grills and the Bassard collectors. They actually are all frosted up a little bit, but I'm probably going to do a little bit more because we are going to light this. And so we'll definitely be frosting these up to give them a more opaque look. And here are those warp nacelles. I'm not going to open them, but we'll give you an idea of length on those as well. Those with the Bassard collectors are probably going to be about 7 inches long. Here's the decal sheet. Like I said, I'm not going to open it yet. It's about 13 by about 10 inches on a decal sheet. The decal sheet does also include the registry for the USS Syracuse, if you want to put that on your secondary hull. I haven't decided whether or not I'm going to do the Syracuse or the Enterprise on the secondary hull. We'll see what we do with that. And we'll take a look at the instructions. So as you can see, USS Enterprise NCC-1701-D, 1/1400 scale. This is a general assembly guidelines. It's a glue assembly kit. It tells us to build this kit in sub-assemblies, which is always a good idea, and a little bit about the decals and paint. So, saucer, neck, secondary hull, deflector dish, nacelles, and the final assembly. Then on this side you get all the paint guide, decals, and all of that information for you. For the bulk of what you need for this kit, everything is included, other than things like aftermarket lighting, but everything is included in this box to make this a really, really outstanding looking model kit without any aftermarket parts. As I said in the beginning, there are Aztec decals available for this model kit from round 2. I have decided to go with a different set of Aztec decals because just for my personal preference, the round 2 decals had too much blue. I wanted to go for more of a gray paint scheme. So I got reached out to our friends at GCals, Gus Snipes, and he has a full set. Flip it over to the other side of Aztec decals that we're going to use on this. He has a couple of different color schemes that you can choose from. I decided to go with the gray and the blue. I did still want some blue included on my model, but I didn't want it as blue as round 2 decals offered. These are an expensive set of decals because there are multiple sheets and there are Aztecs literally all over the Enterprise D. But all told, if you're going to get the round 2 Aztec decals, they're about the same price as what Gus charges for his. I did use his registry decals on the Enterprise E, and his work is outstanding. Really, really good quality stuff. The last thing that I have for now is this piece of Paragraphics photo etch. Um, if you're going to like this kit, these power trench covers are going to be really, really invaluable, because if I grab the secondary hull, this entire part is one solid piece. It's not two pieces. So what we're going to have to do to run lighting to our engines is we're going to have to chew out a channel for our wires to go, and then you could putty it over and deal with it that way, but we're going to use this photo etch. This photo etch will go right over the top and hide those wires, and it'll look like it came that way to begin with. So now we have an empty box. So I've taken everything out of it. I will go ahead and put it back in here. This one, amazingly, when you take things out of the box, it's pretty easy to put it back together to where it'll actually close properly. But if you look at the inside of the box, there's all this lovely artwork of the Enterprise D from the series. Gives you some really good paint reference and detail reference and those kind of things. And then if we go to the back of the box, I have to say, Round 2 does the absolute best with their box art. I really, really love what they do with their boxes. The artwork, it just gets you excited to build the model that you're building. And so it has some features with it. There's a removable saucer section. We're not going to be doing this on this kit because we are going to light it. So we're going to need to get, we're going to need to run wires up through the neck into the saucer. So on my model, it will be fused together. Looks like this. This does have the Round 2 Aztec decaling on it, and it does have a detachable captain's yacht. 36 pieces, so not a lot of pieces to this kit. It should be pretty straightforward and simple to put together, but it is an impressive 18 inches long when it's done. And I'm really excited because it will be scaled to match my Enterprise E that I just completed, so they're going to display really, really well together. Alright, so everything's back in the box. And we can go ahead and we can drop the lid back on the top, just to prove to you that it does go back in there really, really nicely, which isn't very common when you're taking model out of the box. It feels like when you take it out of the box explodes everywhere. You can never get it back to the way it was before. So I really, really appreciate you joining me on this journey, building USS Enterprise D, the AMT 2024 reissue. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get started on this here really, really soon, and we're going to make a really, really cool model out of it. So, thank you so much. If this is the only build that you're going to be watching, we will see you next time on this one. If not, check out my YouTube channel, like and subscribe. I have all kinds of other model kits, part works, and other features on there. So please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time on Zed Studios. Take care.